of TREF, I define my legacy by starting to invest in me. On the second day of TREF, I define my legacy by investing in a building and closing my CD. On the third day of TREF, I define my legacy by uplifting and empowering my community. On the fourth day of TREF, I define my legacy by seeing the returns from my investing. On the fifth day of TREF, I define my legacy by sharing my profits with those who are close to me. On the sixth day of TREF, I define my legacy because 8% preferred returns are a rarity. On the seventh day of TREF, I define my legacy by not just renting and having equity. On the eighth day of TREF, I define my legacy because crowdfunding has changed my reality. On the ninth day of TREF, I define my legacy by buying back the block and reverse gentrifying. On the 10th day of TREF, I define my legacy by building a team and joint venturing. On the 11th day of TREF, I define my legacy, developed real estate using new strategies. On the 12th day of TREF, I define my legacy by using opportunity zones to be wealthy.
First, I want to thank everybody for coming out, knowing that we're standing on the grounds that our ancestors built so prominently and suffered on. The frequency here is so high in this community. We pour into our people financial literacy, wealth education, and most importantly, black love. I don't want to be dead last forever. I don't want our community to be dead last forever. I want us to advance. Right now, the score is 450 years to 0. We move in that warrior spirit of our boldest ancestors, Fred Hampton, Huey Newton, Malcolm X. We take the spirit of our boldest and bravest ancestors, and that's how we live today. Like we're not living in a cowardly way. Just a little bit out of 60 years out of our enslavement, 60 years of it being illegal for us to read and write, to own land. Just 60 years, a generation or two out of our chattel enslavement, this community was able to create ownership of over 2,000 businesses and homes right here, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Imagine if those 2,000 homes and businesses were never bombed and destroyed. Imagine how much family wealth we could have passed down and how much it would have expounded. You can't even comprehend the compound interest. You can't even understand the compound. Think about the psychological effects if this Black Wall Street was never massacred and burned down. Think about the elevation, the level of elevation and success that we would have. Think about the lack of oppression that we would have. When you look at the condition of our people today, you can't even imagine what the condition of our people would be like had we not had so much detractors and people that are looking to destroy us. And so it's important for us to understand our history so we can put in perspective why we are how we are today and how we can fix how we are today. I think we've been too passive and too pleasant and too appeasing long enough.
We're live.
Hey, peace family. It is Thursday, December 13th. I'm Jay Morrison, and welcome to another episode podcast live Q&A session called Tulsa Talk Thursdays. And it's a special edition because we are talking about giving the gift of legacy during this holiday season, whether your holiday is Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Christmas, Trefmas, whatever it is. We're talking about giving the gift of legacy, what it means to us in a special campaign. So I want all those on IG and YouTube and other platforms to call in. You see our call-in number. It's pasted in the comments as well. Call in tonight, watch the replay, share this special episode as we talk about how we all can extend and build our legacy together. And we're going to define what legacy actually is and how we all can get our shares, our fair share of legacy for our last name. Again, I thank you guys for joining me. I'm the CEO and founder of the Tulsa Real Estate Fund, the first ever Black-owned real estate crowdfund in the history of America, as well as CEO and founder of the Jay Morrison Academy, Inc. 500, number 588, fastest growing companies in the country. And we are part of this economic revolution where we are focused on learning legacy, living legacy, and building legacy through Tulsa Real Estate Fund, which we call TREF or TREF. And you'll often see us say TREF Life. This is our TREF single because this one hand signal represents a T, the R, the E, and the F. If you can't see it, it's your problem. But anyway, guys, thanks for joining me. You guys saw a few videos of Black Wall Street, which our fund is inspired by, the historic Greenwood community of Tulsa, Oklahoma, named Black Wall Street. You guys saw some videos of just some of our successes, background, resume. Let's see what we're going to cover tonight in this special Give the Gift of Legacy edition. So the purpose of this campaign, here's what inspired this campaign. That's all I want to talk about. What inspired this campaign for me, and I'd love to hear from you guys tonight when you call into our number. We'll have a live question and answer session. You can speak to me live. But what inspired me with this campaign is I have two daughters, Anna and London. Anna's 19 years old. She's a sophomore in college, doing excellent. London's 10 years old, 5th grade, doing excellent. And I was thinking about this holiday season time. Although, honestly, I'm a bah humbug. I know Christmas is a made-up holiday. I know the system designed this holiday to get us to spend money with major corporations. They all invested into the marketing and the environment and the culture trap of this holiday that caused families like mine that grew up below the poverty line, caused my mom to struggle because of the peer pressure of Christmas to spend money for us for Christmas gifts that our family couldn't even afford. Even though we were living with 3 of us in a 1-bedroom, 6 of us and 7 of us in a 2-bedroom, my family, outside of getting Goodwill clothes or hand-me-downs or those kind of government freebies, outside of that, my mom did go the extra mile to hustle, sometimes steal, sometimes sell drugs, sometimes work extra hours, sometimes do whatever she had to do to give us a Christmas comparable with, or at least close to comparable with, the other neighborhood kids or the others in our family, right? And although our family had no assets, although we had no property, no businesses, no stocks, no shares, no equity in anything for years and years and years, many working class and families that maybe even middle class or struggling or anywhere between, even wealthy families, are spending extracurricular funds, disposable funds, or funds they don't even have on holidays like Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and Christmas. Not so much Kwanzaa, because Kwanzaa is more about the actual spiritual side than it is about gifts. It's about really the, character, but that's different. But anyway, holiday season, we end up spending a lot on gifts when our families need more legacy than they need more gifts. Like my daughter, there's nothing I can buy her that she needs. She doesn't need anything. So everything I buy is just a want. It's just an extra. It's just a liability. And then just not even much she really, really wants. So it's like, for me, and it's not that I want to do it. I'm by humbug, to be honest with you. I'm really a Scrooge. But my daughter's 10. And I don't want her to be like the giftless kid. And then her mom's going to like sneak and get her gifts. And then it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to be, but my spirit is like, I honor Jesus Christ by doing service like he did and loving others and serving others and teaching in the streets and ministering, right? That's how I honor and respect and reverence Jesus Christ, regardless of what day his birthday was on. I know Christmas is supposed to be about the birth of Jesus Christ. That's what the holiday is about. In this holiday season and most of the money poured into the holiday season. So I don't choose to honor Christ by, or his birth, or at least mock birthday, by buying a bunch of gifts that my family doesn't need, getting bigger corporations richer, right? So I don't want to do that. And I've been off that for like years now. And I know it sounds harsh and mean to how we grew up. I grew up like most of y'all grew up. I get it, but I just wisened up and I'm willing to stay woke. So like even with my wife, I got a brand new wife, but like she not getting, like we not giving each other no Christmas gifts. Like I just don't do it. I just don't believe in Christmas, all right? I just don't believe in Christmas. Like I don't believe in the culture that was created that makes us spend money frivolously, much of which we don't have, especially within my community where we're dead last in the wealth gap. We're dead last in family wealth. We're dead last in ownership. We're dead last in home ownership, real estate ownership, healthy credit profiles, stocks. Like we're just dead last. So why don't we just go, because society said so, go do things that are not wise and astute and make us good fiduciaries for our last name? So I'm not participating. But I got daughters and a mother and a wife and family who are like, they kind of want things because habitually, like they did a great job of brainwashing us or conditioning us to want things during this holiday season. We all want to feel good and all want to feel appreciated and all want to feel loved. So this is how I'm inspired by this. So I'm like, man, I got to do something for my family. But yo, I'm not with going to Victoria's Secret or the Best Buy or the Toys R Us or they probably closed down now with Disney Store or just making up stuff to get. I'm not with that. It's backwards to go against my whole DNA. So I said, I can get my daughters shares of the Tulsa Real Estate Fund. I'm going to give her the gift of legacy. That's what I'm going to do. Like, if I'm going to go spend some money, if I'm going to go spend $300 or, $500 at the minimum, but if I'm going to spend $500 on a gift, $1,000 on a gift, $3,000 on a gift, I'm going to buy somebody shares in a company that provide 8% preferred returns, that gives up 50% of the profits the companies makes, and that owns a diverse real estate portfolio and has social impact within our community. I'm going to go spend money on that, transfer their shares, give them a stock certificate, and my daughter will get a pretty stock certificate rolled up, probably with $2,500 to $5,000 worth of TREF shares. I'm going to put that away for my 10-year-old daughter and my 19-year-old daughter as they grow their legacy. I'm going to allow them to participate in the growth and the profitability and the health of what we hope this company to be. And so that's my thing. If I'm gonna spend money, I'm gonna do it responsibly. I'm gonna go buy an asset. I'm gonna go contribute to my legacy. I'm not gonna go contribute to the Barbie legacy, to the Disney legacy. Disney's rich enough, right? Like to the Walmart legacy. They're rich enough. Every time you take money out of your family wealth, out of your family assets, your family checking account, savings account, and you transfer that money as a consumer into someone else's account, you just made that family richer and yours poorer and poorer. So I'm going to allow our family and support my family in owning assets, owning shares of business, owning equity in a company, owning equity, fractional ownership in real estate assets. And that is truly giving the gift of legacy. So we decided to do this campaign called the 12 Days of TREFmas. The 12 days of TREF, and we're going to count down these next 12 days, and I'm going to offer not only just the opportunity for you guys to invest with me and with us and become an investment partner with us, like literally our partner, not just an investor, but a partner, but outside of that, I'm going to be doing free lectures for 12 nights from tonight, December 13th, leading into December 25th, which is known as Christmas or Xmas or TREFmas. And on TREFmas, again, we'll be doing lectures for the next 13 days, giving you guys just quick topics on, family wealth and on legacy and on how TREF works, the Tulsa Real Estate Fund, and how you guys can participate and just learn and just grow and be able to not only give assets, money, and property in your legacy, but also be able to pass down knowledge and strategy in your legacy and lead your family to legacy, right? So that's a big part of what we want to do tonight. So we have a whole 2-hour podcast and live question and answer session. Again, you guys can call in for that. So I did my welcome. Can I get into defining legacy now? Woo, woo, woo. I got a whole run of the show. This is like fancy. All right. Usually I just do what I want to do. All right, so let's talk about defining legacy a little bit, and we'll also talk about some legacy strategies. Perfect. So defining legacy. So the technical definition of legacy, I would say the less technical definition to me, what legacy has always been to me is what people remember of me when I'm gone. And I think that is brand legacy. That's name recognition. That's social legacy, right? What people remember, what deeds, what service do people remember of you when you're gone? What deeds or service or contribution to society do you leave behind for your heirs to inherit? Because what you got to understand about all legacy is that your heirs inherit your legacy. Those who are of your DNA, of your flesh and blood, of your bloodline, of your last name, they inherit whatever, whether it is you were a crook, you were a piece of crap, you were a scum, or you were a championship fighter, you were the first black-owned real estate crowdfunding fund manager, you were the guy who did 50 corner classes in the streets, you were the, whatever that looks like, that's what your heirs are going to inherit, who the hell you were when you were here, from a social and brand and name recognition standpoint. But when you talk about legacy from an economic and a technical standpoint, what legacy actually is defined as is the amount of money or property one leaves behind for their heirs. So for those who are watching this from less of an entertainment perspective, but to learn and to mature and grow, I want you guys to write that down. Pull out your phone notes, get us a piece of paper. Let's go to church real quick. Let's go to lesson time real quick. Legacy is the amount, right, that you amass of wealth, of money and assets that one leaves behind for their heirs. Not your social good, not your name. You were funny as hell. You were the dope comedian. You were the actor of all actors. You were the singer of all singers, but you died broke. There were some people that was singers, like household name legends of musicians who died broke. NBA players who are household names who are currently broke or may die broke. So there is a social name recognition legacy. You could have a name. There's a lot of rappers that we know their name, who you had a one popping song. We all know who they are though. But they don't have an economic legacy to leave behind. So we ain't talking about name legacy. We're talking about wealth legacy. We're talking about economic legacy, financial legacy. We're talking about asset, power, and control legacy. That is the amount of money and asset one leaves behind for their heirs. And so when I made the story about our TREF in this 12 days of TREF and comparing what we spend our money on right now for holidays, because you're brainwashed and right now you're just too weak to be able to stand up for your family and say, hell no, we're not spending another dollar on things we don't need when we need to be building our legacy. More money and more properties to leave behind to our heirs. That's the minute clip, Eugene, for when you're watching this and wanted to go on an Instagram clip. That was the minute. Whatever I said a minute prior to what I just said. Mark that. That's what we need to do. We need to be, remember, we teach being the CEO for your last name. I'm the CEO for the Morrison last name. Now, my wife's the co-CEO, but I'm the CEO. Now, the CEO means to be the leader and the visionary. So to lead, to pioneer, to trailblaze often means you must do something different or walk down a different path. We are the trailblazers, the leaders, the pioneers when it comes to black-owned real estate crowd funds. We're the first to ever do it. I don't say it to be bodacious or to be braggadocious. Excuse me, I do say it to be bodacious, but not braggadocious. But we are the leaders in that space. What I'm saying is that we are carving out something for our community, for our constituents, and those who believe in social good and social economic good. We are carving and trailblazing and leading the way, not knowing what falls before us to make it easier for everybody that comes behind us. We got the hard job. Same thing for you with your last name. If your family is not currently wealthy or doesn't come from wealth or else isn't on a path to obtain or amass wealth, you got to be the CEO, the visionary, the leader, the orchestrator, the facilitator, the maestro, the quarterback, the point guard for your last name. And you got to lead them to victory by doing something different, walking on a different path than your family has currently walked for the past 40, 60, 80 years that has left your family in the same condition it's in right now. If you don't make a hard decision between Christmas, birthdays, Valentine's, like pick a holiday, St. Patty's Day, Cinco de Mayo, let's go drink, let's go celebrate. If that's all you're going to do is celebrate and spend money on every occasion that there is given to you to spend money, but not save money and invest money into properties and assets you could pass them down to your heirs, you're being a poor CEO for your last name. You fail in the family. And so what we're saying is, outside of motivating you about that, because you should feel a little something in your chest right now, outside of motivating you about that, we're also giving you vehicles, viable vehicles, and TREF and our other supporting institutions to be able to grow that legacy. And particularly in TREF, to be able to give the gift of legacy. So in TREF, we're giving you the opportunity to be able to acquire shares of a company that is building a diverse real estate portfolio, currently millions in assets under management, to be able to get and realize a 8% preferred return. Preferred meaning that before we make profits on any investments and split any profits, you at least get an 8% preferred return, greater than where you may likely see it at right now, currently in your checking account or your savings account or your CD account or your 401k account or your mutual fund account. You get a very competitive and realistic return of 8% preferred return, plus 50% of the profits in our company, that you get your prorated share of those profits that we make from any of the deals, meaning any flips on properties, any leases on properties, future appreciation on properties, right? You get all that too. Then you get your ownership, because you get actual shares of the company and equity in the company outside of your investment and then your fractional profit share. Then you're accomplishing social good, investing in a fund that has a focus on social good. Our mantra is to be a funding source for the urban community owned by the people. So you have that aspect as well. And then you have your, what we got? We have your equity, your profit share, your social good, your preferred return, and there's one more I'm missing, but those are some great benefits to, and owning real estate, which is a piece of legacy, right? So it's not just you're owning a business and you got preferred returns making you money and profit shares making you money and you're doing social good, but you also are literally an owner of the buildings that we buy. That's legacy. So we all have an opportunity to acquire shares, purchase shares, partner and invest, and get shares of TREF Life, right? But then we can transfer those shares to others in our family, either through will or through a transfer process we have that our team can help you with. That's a very simple transfer process. It's a 1-2 page form, and you get it guaranteed, a little stamp on it, and now you can transfer those shares to someone in your family. So we say give the gift of legacy. We're literally saying it. Not just give the gift of legacy theoretical because it sounds good, but literally like, no, what's that word? Not transform, but reroute. Reroute your holiday spending into holiday investment and holiday acquisition of equity and purchasing of shares and ownership, and give the gift of legacy. Transfer someone in your family 10 shares. It's $50 per share. 10 shares, $500 is the minimum. Go transfer somebody 20 shares, 25 shares, 100 shares. Go give the gift of legacy. Hand somebody, transfer their shares. Here you go, bruh. Here you go, sis. Here you go, king. Here you go, queen. Here you go, darling. Here's 100 shares of that offer 8% preferred returns, profit in this company, profit share, 10% of actual stock shares, equity shares, real estate ownership of the building that they already purchased,
30,000 square feet, $2.6 million project, 2.6 acres of land. Yeah, you're owner in that instantly. So here, I'm going to give you a gift of commercial real estate for Christmas, for Trefmas, Xmas, or whatever other holiday. Like, do that. And do it not because, Jay Morrison's cool and like that, but because it's the wise thing to do. Like, why would you go buy a liability when you can go buy an asset? Or go invest in an asset? Either way, it's money. If you go spend your money on a liability, you're never seeing that money again. If you go invest that money, no investment's guaranteed, but you have a opportunity to realize your investment back and a return and profits and equity and real estate ownership and social good. Weigh those two. You go buy Xbox games, you go buy Jordans, you go buy a million other things we can name right across the street at Lenox Mall, right here in Buckhead, Phipps Mall, Louis Vuitton, Gucci. You go buy that, that money is gone. You're not seeing it no more. And that family just got richer. And you could have easily rerouted that money, rerouted that capital into an investment that if you gave yourself a shot. So, you know what I'm saying? Even if the investment went bad, which we don't like to use that language, but you give yourself a shot. And a good shot. And give your family a shot and give your heirs a chance to inherit more money and more property than what you were left. And that's called legacy, right? And so, cool. Good timing. I'm going to drink some of my JMA water. And we're going to have a quick call to action for you guys. So when we say give the gift of legacy, I want you to call my team. We had our team work from home today in preparation to be here for you to answer your questions about the Tulsa Real Estate Fund and getting you signed up and prepared to give the gift of legacy. So you guys can call us tonight, 1-844-73-TULSA, T-U-L-S-A. I'm going to say it again. 1-844-73-TULSA, T-U-L-S-A. So call into our team. Go to our website if you want to do it on your own, tulsa-real-estate-fund.com. And right now, tonight, the same holiday money you were about to throw away, let's make it an asset and let's invest it into an asset tonight and make it a legacy piece for your family. Again, you go to tulsa-real-estate-fund.com, create an account. For some of you who already got an account, you were still about to go invest some more money in a Christmas and Xmas in these holidays when that money could have went more into your legacy and in this investment opportunity as opposed to that liability. Yeah, you got some shares already. We understand you supporting TREF Life, but it ain't about supporting us. It's about supporting your last name. Does it support your last name adequately to go to that mall and go spend it down or to go invest it and give it a chance to grow up and come back and have ownership? Either way, you were spending it. You're about to be okay with partnering with it, but partner with it to be a liability and partner with it to get somebody else's family rich. Also, your children and yourself can feel good as opposed to feeling good about the asset that you own. So 1-844-73-TULSA if you guys want to call in and ask questions, figure out how to get started, get an investment account started, fund it tonight, or just for any general information on Tulsa. Also, tulsa-real-estate-fund.com. Again, for you guys to invest with TREF today. Like, take action. You was cool with taking action because Best Buy said so. You was cool with taking action when Walmart said so. You was cool with taking action when Xbox and Disney said so. So, take action when it's your brother who's been pouring in and sowing seeds and is telling you the right thing and what's good, and that we offer 5 advantages, and you look at the opportunity cost of your capital. Wherever you're spending it at, does it get you 8% preferred returns? Does that company offer you 50% of future profits? Does that company offer you shares in their company at $50 per share, minimum $500 investment? Does that company offer you real estate ownership instantly? You invest tonight, you're instantly a commercial real estate owner. I'm going to tell you about the Legacy Center in a few. Our first acquisition. And does that company also participate in social good and social responsibility, social responsible activity, and match your values? Just weigh it. That's it. So love the
welcome all our new partners who will be signing up and becoming partners with us. Not investors, not like, hey, just give us your money and you're an investor, but no, partners. No donation, no GoFundMe, no collection plate. Partnership, equity, ownership, and the same fund together. So cool. And this fund is getting busy, and we'll be unveiling some more of our, just hopefully close to some new acquisitions we'll be unveiling over the next coming days and weeks, in addition to our first acquisition, the Legacy Center. Now, let's talk about a video. Cool. Video break. Video time. All right. So we are going to have a quick video break for you. For those who are watching, for those listening on the phone, we're going to take question and answers soon. So please stay in the question queue and be ready. Okay, get ready to get in the queue now. So if you're not even able to get in the queue, we're going to let you get in the queue now, I'm told. So get ready to get in the queue now. You press *6 to get in the question queue. Listen for that to go live on the conference call phone. But first, let's watch this video clip from the Black Wall Street Ball. This is where we announced the Legacy Center and our vision for 20 funds in less than 5 years, or at least 20 funds in 5 years. And we'll also look at our Legacy Center announcement video. So here you go.
Deal 5, we're going to show you these deals, is 18 units right here in the city of Atlanta, which is going to be our headquarters, our hub, and a special project where we're going to be investing $2.5 million for us to be able to own our own, control our own, an education and entrepreneur incubator and production studio for controlling our own content.
We take them right now?
That's happening right here in Atlanta. That's under contract right now. This right here represents 30,000 square feet of office and warehouse space that we are going to own.
I gave it to Josh.
Our own as an educational and training center, an entrepreneur incubator, and production studio for us to be able to own our own, to be able to educate our own, and be the headquarters of the revitalization of our community. It's going to start right here. Deal 5, we're going to show you these deals, is 18 units right here.
That was clear too. That was directions.
I just want to share this moment with you. 4 years ago, I had this vision, right?
We are here at our first Tulsa Real Estate Fund project. It's a 30,000 square foot commercial building here in East Point, Georgia.
I was like, what if we could pull our dollars together? We put this vision together called Tulsa Real Estate Fund. Behind me here is one of our first assets, first acquisitions.
You see that building behind me? We own that, all of us.
Shout out to all our Tulsa Real Estate Fund partners, shareholders, and founders. Love y'all. We did that. Jose, kilo todos.
For Jay to be able to conceptualize and birth the Tulsa Real Estate Fund, and me to come on and help the visionary multiply and bring on my sisters, Cassie Beatles and the Terry J. Vaughn. We're grateful, we're humble, we're hungry, and we're ready. About to have us a studio, girls! Trap life, trap life.
So what are we streaming on right now? What channel are we streaming on?
Hey.
My IG? No. You want to do my IG, Chaz?
Hold on 1 second. You're back live.
I'm back live. Jay Morrison, CEO, founder, fund manager of the Tulsa Real Estate Fund. We're over here getting our social media streaming together. I'm going to give Queen Jazz my phone so she can stream me from IG Live. Why not?
We're on all your channels.
We're on all the channels. Go for it. All right. Give the gift of legacy, 12 days of Trefmas. All right, we are back from a quick little break that we did. Now we're going to open up for a question and answer session. So we talked about giving the gift of legacy, how you guys can give the gift of legacy through Tulsa Real Estate Fund, the first ever black-owned real estate crowdfund in history. Our fund invests in real estate assets. We offer 8% preferred returns, 50% of future profits, and we offer equity in our company as well as real estate ownership and the promise of being socially responsible investors and fund managers. And so we're going to open up for a Q&A. You guys press *6 for those in the queue for the Q&A to ask questions. We'll go to some live stream questions as well. Again, legacy is the amount of money or property that one leaves behind for their heirs. Not your name legacy, not your brand legacy, not your talent legacy, but your financial legacy is the amount of money or properties one leaves behind for their heirs. And we want you to give the gift of legacy this Christmas and this Xmas, this Trefmas, this Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, this holiday season. We want you to give that gift of legacy for your family. So for those who are interested from online, you have not called in to 1-844-73-TULSA. You guys can also, if you're interested in buying shares for a family member or for a child or heir, you guys can also email info at Tulsa, TULSA, real-estate-fund.com. That's info at tulsa-real-estate-fund.com. Put in the subject line, give the gift of legacy or legacy gift, and our team will definitely communicate with you on how you can acquire shares to gift those shares. Right? I'm talking about grandmas, moms, aunts, uncles, dads, all that. Like, let's give equity. Let's give listen, our fund just acquired a major commercial asset here in East Point, Georgia. When you become a part of our fund as a partner, you instantly own your fractional shares of that investment and the future investments and properties that we're acquiring or lending on or financing or partnering in. So you would instantly become a commercial real estate owner, a fractional owner in equity of our company that owns these buildings and assets. You instantly own a piece of that 2.6 acres of land. I don't care how small a piece it is. And that 30,000 square foot building and the profits from the future leases of the building, etc. You guys have that whole opportunity. And so again, question and answer session, *6 on the conference line. We want you to give the gift of legacy. Call in 1-844-73-TULSA to speak to our team. Call into our conference line number here on the screen. If you guys want to ask me questions tonight live, and make sure you go to tulsa-real-estate-fund.com again to see our site, or email us info at tulsa-real-estate-fund.com. So let's hop into some Q&A. Question and answers, please.
Caller 769.
Caller 769. Caller 769, I hear something. I heard like music, car noise. Hello? All right, we go to the next one. Be ready, guys.
559.
559.
How's it going, Jay? I just want to say thank you for taking the call. Quick question for you. So for someone who uses business credit to establish a down payment on an investment property, usually that comes with 6 to 12 months introductory, no APR. So my question was, can you kind of explain an exit strategy that you would utilize in that situation to ensure that you're not being hit with this high interest after that period expires?
You're saying for investing into properties, leveraging
Correct.
business
Yes,
credit?
sir.
Well,
Yes, sir.
I wouldn't recommend that for a Tulsa real estate fund investment, just to be totally transparent with you. I wouldn't borrow money from a credit line or a business line to then invest in TREF, as it's more of a long-term investment. But I would use that in a personal real estate investing strategy for sure.
Okay.
Investing within your own business, we love to teach you and share with you our strategies there too. But that will be just reach out to Jay Morrison Academy or jay-morrison-academy.com.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. Great question. I'm glad he's thinking about his legacy. That's what we need to be doing. Next caller. And live stream as well. You guys got any questions? Type it in. Our team is on standby. IG, what up?
Hello?
Hey, peace. How are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
Doing great. Thank you. Doing wonderful this TREFmas coming up.
That's good to hear. So, I wanted to ask you a question about the building you have, the office building you just bought.
Yes, sir.
On the legacy building. So, I mean, I don't want to go into this, but I kind of work commercial real estate up in New Jersey. And I know the office market is really soft right now. So, you know, I don't know. I think you might have said your plans, but I'm kind of in and out, so it might be my fault. I kind of wanted to know, I mean, did you have tenants lined up for the building? I mean, and also another thing, I don't know if you bought out the building cash or you went to finance the building. And I know a lot of times, you know, if you went to finance around, a lot of banks look, you know, for you to have sometimes to have tenants in hand, you know, because if you're talking about doing build outs for tenants, you know, you need, you know, some type of personal guarantee. And a bank really looks at who you're leasing out to, because at the end of the day, the bank is going to look at, you know, the NOI that comes out of the building. So, I mean, I know you bought a big building. I just kind of wanted to see what was your full-on...
Yeah, so you want to know the strategy and the plans behind the building. Let's not make all those assumptions that you made, right? I mean that in a good way. You just kind of saying what banks do, what the market is. The market here in East Point in Georgia is not the same as the market in New Jersey. That's one. I do agree with some of your bank financing points in regards to tenants. But the overall question, outside of you certainly seem to be very knowledgeable in the industry, in the business, in the space, which I appreciate, is what are we doing with the building? What's our strategy is what you want to know.
Yeah.
All right, good question. What's your name again?
Jerry.
Jerry. All right, King Jerry. Are you one of our investment partners?
No. I mean, I'm actually. I plan on. I kind of. I want to, but I'm not.
Got it. No problem. Yeah, no problem. I'm just asking. I just want to know if I can say welcome partner or welcome, soon to be partner. So it's all good.
Yeah.
That's
hopefully
right.
soon to be partner.
Yes, absolutely. So our plans, we certainly didn't go into it. That would be, just not wise and really, I've been in this business 14 years and have had a lot of success, and it would be a very rookie, foolish, and irresponsible move to just buy a commercial building with no tenants lined up or no tenant fulfillment strategy or any exit strategy.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that off the rip. So that basic question is come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's one. And yes, we do have 3 anchor tenants lined up, as well as a very strong business model for some space that we will manage ourselves as a fund in regards to the incubator space, accelerator space, a membership share workspace model that we're strongly considering, which we have great anticipation for, and or some other anchor tenants who are actually even bidding for that space. So we're going to do what's most economically responsible and economically profitable for the fund and the building. So we have the tenant issue is not the issue. So we do have letters of intent and leases to be signed for when we do unveil and roll out probably top of the second quarter in 2019. And so with our acquisition, when you mentioned also the financing versus did we finance or cash, we purchased the building cash, which was allowed us to move quicker in the market. That building was highly sought after. It's actually one of the, if you ever go to East Point and you kind of poke around, it's one of the more talked about buildings in East Point. It's less than 10 years old. There was a ton of capital put into the building infrastructure. It has some state-of-the-art server rooms and another state-of-the-art, for everything from the elevator. It was formerly owned by John Carter and Hall of Famer, his brother Hall of Famer Chris Carter, and they spared no expense in the development of the building. Outside of it sitting on 2.6 acres of land, outside of there being, I want to say an accurate number to you, between probably I think 50 and 70 million of development that will be happening within 2 square miles of the building that developers and the city is pouring into that area. Outside of us
having leverage and being able to negotiate and get the building that appraised for $2.5 million. We were able to score it and take it down for $2.1 million. Walking into that space. Outside of the warehouse space, highest and best use is not warehouse space, but actually is going to be used as a TV and film production studio, which if you're familiar with Atlanta, Georgia, which is, I think done $9 billion in the last year or so in film revenue, is one of the highest and sought after areas because of the tax credits here in Georgia for TV, film, and production and entertainment, that film industry, because of the tax credits offered here. And so there's literally a line, we've talked to local economic development in East Point, Georgia. We've had meetings with the city had to create a new department that never existed before called the TV and Film Department of the local government. And speaking to their TV and film coordinator and production coordinator, because there's so many permits that have to happen in these cities for all these films to take place. Fast and Furious took place in Atlanta. Black Panther took place in Atlanta. Many other movies happened in Georgia and Atlanta, even Ozark. And Tyler Perry studio just being one exit from our studio, and our unique location positioning, just 5 minutes from the Atlanta airport, which is actually the busiest airport in the world. So all those things led into our decision making to take down this building. But that particular production space at 20,000 square feet of a very new framework of building, this is going to allow us a lot of leasing and rental activity and energy. And then with the cherry on top of the already icing cake, King Jerry, this Legacy Center is also in what's called a QOZ, or Qualified Opportunity Zone. Yeah, the 8,900 Opportunity Zone tracks around the country that offer up to 10% tax credits for your first year of purchasing in an Opportunity Zone or investing in an Opportunity Zone if you roll over your capital gains tax, or the 15% discount of your basis after 7 years of investing in an Opportunity Zone, or the fact that if you invest your capital gains in an Opportunity Zone, you get 100% deferred taxes, tax-free capital gains after 10 years. So that was another strategic reason why we acquired this building in East Point. So now, if anyone who has capital gains, meaning profits you made from realizing an investment, and meaning stock portfolio, real estate, businesses, franchises, etc., if you've cashed out on any of those opportunities and now face capital gains liability, you could invest in a Tulsa Real Estate Fund, which will be a business housed in a Qualified Opportunity Zone, and you would receive the benefits through you investing in this Opportunity Zone the right way, which you'll need to, it's a process that we'll walk you through, but you'll be able to roll your capital gains tax over into your investment in a Tulsa Real Estate Fund and be able to receive that 10% tax discount the first 5 years, 15% tax discount after 7 years, and any profits you make in a Tulsa Real Estate Fund, that 8% preferred return and that 50% of the profits, any of that profits and capital gains that you incur on top of your initial investment, that would all be tax-free if you rolled your capital gains over into this Opportunity Zone qualified business called the Tulsa Real Estate Fund, housed in East Point, Atlanta, Georgia, our new location. So that's all part of the strategy.
That's great. I mean, I knew about the OZs and stuff like that, but that's great. I didn't know that this property wasn't. I mean,
I understand. Yeah, I understand. You may know, but I'm also, so me and you, we on the same page. Yeah. I'm letting everybody else know. So me and you know, but let's everybody else know, right? So yes, all that thought was put into underwriting this deal, and we're super excited to roll it out. It'll be fully leased when we unveil, and ready to go.
So I don't want to question. I mean, I don't know. I can take it offline, but are you looking at any more investments in opportunity zones? All across the country. I mean, like I told you, I work in commercial real estate, so I know a few. We're in Monmouth Market in Newark. As I know you come from there. But
yes,
are you guys looking at any more investments in opportunities? Because I think those are great opportunities. Especially there are areas. And for us in a fund like this, which is great. For us to invest in those type of areas. So I'm just
Yeah. So we currently have literally
30 to 50 million in deals and underwriting right now, just between different opportunities. I mean, from single family, kind of investor refinance, fix and flips, to urban redevelopment projects, 107 acres of multifamily housing, to 14 units of apartment complex. I mean, all types of variety of stuff that we're currently underwriting, and we'll be probably unveiling a few of those closings over the next few weeks, if all goes well, and many of which are in opportunity zones as well. Not all, but many are in opportunity zones. But our headquarter facility will be in an opportunity zone, which will allow all the incoming capital through the opportunity zones legislation to be able to be qualified, if they do it the right way, through our fund, because of where we're uniquely positioned. And now, Jerry,
All right.
now, are you giving the gift of legacy this TREFmas? That's the question. Now, my turn to ask questions. You're a successful commercial real estate broker. Are you giving the gift of legacy through TREF?
Yeah, I have no problem. I have no problem with investing in.
All right, my man. Welcome to the family. We'll be looking for your name, King Jerry. Let's give the gift of legacy.
All right.
Say no more. All right, we'll go to our next caller.
832.
832.
Hey, what's going on, man?
I'm just over here treffing it.
I get it.
How about you?
My question, I have a couple actually.
Sure.
You kind of touched on one of them with the last guy. I'm kind of in the same boat. I've been in real estate for a long time. And I think you have a real estate background too, so you're able to get a little more technical, with people that are in this industry. I want to know what you guys are currently, underwriting right now, because to the more serious investors looking on the outside, a purchase of a building that needs to be renovated before some revenues can come in, instead of, kind of the thing that you guys ran off of, which is, combating gentrification, which is a little more residential. We just kind of need to know, or we want to know where you guys are headed.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely great question. First and foremost, well, from underwriting standpoint, I just mentioned several deals that we're underwriting. Apartment complexes in urban areas, multiple apartment complexes in urban areas. There's affordable housing in D.C., affordable housing in the Bronx. There's Chester, Pennsylvania, commercial acquisition, and some residential there that we're underwriting. So we have literally a lot of irons in the fire in regards from an underwriting standpoint. And for anyone that has a deal that wants to look into us being a capital partner in your deal, please submit your deals at tulsa-real-estate-fund.com. Submit a deal. So our model is being a funding source for the urban community owned by the people. So we're always interested in investing into our deals and opportunities. What's that? Behind me? Oh, yeah, it's behind me. A funding source for the urban community owned by the people. Partner with us. Yeah, that part. So listen. So that's that part. So we're still negotiating and working on a plan for the original acquisition of Black Wall Street buildings, etc. But to your point, or the underlining point anyway, of how does this particular acquisition, which you called a renovation of or the purchase of a vacant property and its renovation, how does that combat gentrification? So I want to tackle that point. Gentrification is not subject to residential areas. Gentrification is not someone or private institutions buying up residential homes, booting those residents out, and now others just come and move in those homes. Gentrification is the acquisition and development of whole areas, commercial, mixed use, residential, all the properties. And if you study what's happening in East Point, Georgia, and see, this is where many of you real estate veterans have to do your research, but use a little bit of wisdom and use a little bit of industry, what would I call it? Industry familiarity to understand that I wouldn't be in this seat as the fund manager of this fund if I didn't know what I was doing. Not saying that I'm above reproach or scrutiny or I'm perfect, but there's a lot of basic things that many of you
real estate industry experts who aren't familiar with me, I guess, or come from the outside that don't know. Like I've done everything in this business from start as a loan officer to manage 2 mortgage companies to build a multi-million-dollar real estate portfolio by 28 years old, to be a best-selling author in this industry, to be hired by this industry's leading top luxury real estate company, Sotheby's International Realty, to be a real estate expert on Today's Show, to build, again, a multi-million-dollar real estate portfolio, to launch this fund, and consult and coach on tens of millions of dollars of transactions and help make other millionaires in this industry. Like, I'm not by any means wet behind the ears or new or naive in this business. So when we talk about gentrification and the purpose of this building, we have met with the mayor. We've met literally personal meetings with the mayor, with city council, with the economic development committees of this city. And we understand all the impacts of gentrification and the public-private partnerships and alliances needed to have an effective change on this particular community, which has an initiative called the 50 Worst Homes, and this Atlanta metro community where prices are actually in the Atlanta perimeter area, in inner city Atlanta, prices are really a seller's market and overinflated. So we're not really too interested in competing in an inflated market. But when you go to East Point and you watch the amount of revenue that's coming there, when you watch its unique location next to the airport, when you watch it being in an opportunity zone, when you watch and know of intimately the tens of millions of dollars of investment happening around the city, and you know what street in East Point, which I can't tell you what street, but you know what street where the home prices have doubled, and just the blocks behind it, the home prices are still trap prices, still hood prices, and you know where we have an opportunity to compete and acquire those properties, but we don't believe in being your typical developer or investment firm that redevelops or invests in areas but doesn't do it holistically. We believe in holistic development, meaning not just repairing the properties, but repairing the people. So when you say, why a legacy center, why an anchor building in its opportunity zone in this city that you acquire with $400,000 of equity with anchor tenants and all the relationship momentum we have in the city, why that asset where we have a green light and endorsement from the city and the mayor and the highest ranking officials in the city, why that building is because it will be the anchor and the spearhead of us repairing the people of East Point, Atlanta, Georgia, while we acquire and repair the properties in Atlanta, Georgia. And that's how you truly combat gentrification, is by elevating the minds and hearts and the astuteness of the people and offering them the opportunity, giving them the programming. So in our Legacy Center, for the community, there will be opportunity for homebuyer workshops, credit classes, business workshops, etiquette workshops, parenting classes, social development, right? So all these resources we're going to be offering this community through our Legacy Center, while we are also investing into the other infrastructure and assets of the city. That's how you truly combat gentrification, not just buy some residential homes and kick some folks out. So, to your point.
Right, but when you lead with the general public believing that the fund is more toward giving a profit, giving ownership to the average citizen that doesn't really know how this game goes, it's a little confusing when optically you're buying a commercial building that's not going to generate revenue for them.
Where did you hear me? But where'd you hear me say it's not going to generate revenue? It's not a nonprofit. Again, to assume that hold on, one second. No, we can't agree with that. You're operating with limited information, and for you to assume that, makes me question a little bit of your astuteness, right, and diligence. So, the building, I never said wouldn't be profitable. Again, that would be unrealistic of me, it'd be unresponsible of me. I'd be a bad fiduciary. I'd be practically stupid to acquire an asset that wouldn't be profitable and perform well. So even to think that or make an accusation of that is that's not even par. So on the performance of the building, with our anchor tenants, with our leases that will start early next year, with the profitability from the industries that will be participating in the building, we are already anticipating a 12% cap rate on a building and a 14.5% IRR on the building. The building is going to be profitable like any other building. You buy the building and you lease it to tenants. You have a commitment from tenants prior to you buying it, and then you lease it once it's renovated and ready for tenants to take action, and you make your profit and your income off the building. I mean, it's not that hard. It's not rocket science.
And
it's not
simple,
questionable.
Jay. Like,
I
want you all the success, man.
But listen.
I want you to have all the success, man. Like, I believe in you, and I have, real investors that want to invest with you.
Right.
But for
if
some
you
of us,
believe in me, believe in me.
You know what I mean?
But listen,
you're not going to get the same breaks as some other people. We know that. You look like us. So when we ask these questions, it's genuine. But when somebody else comes in, they're going to look at you differently. You know what I mean? So we just want some answers. We're not trying to attack you or anything.
No, I don't take it as attack. I'm just saying, just ask the question. Don't make assumptions. That's all I'm saying. It's just like, hey, bro, how we going to make money on this? I'll tell you how we make money on it. Boom, we done. But to make assumptions and say, I know you and I can agree this building's not going to make any money, that's like saying, I know you and I can agree that you just did a dumb move. We can't agree to that. I don't do dumb moves.
No.
I know.
I'm saying just tenants in general. We both know how tenants are. It's not guaranteed at all. But an incubator space is something that really help people, not necessarily to bring money in. I've been in incubators back home in Detroit. I get
But do you know our model, though? Do you know that our model is a training center, incubator, accelerator with a membership model? That's one. So that's not a free thing. Do you know that we already have 3 anchor tenants? That's a real thing. So that's what I'm trying to say. So that we already are. So I ask those questions. You're making more assumptions. So again, as our first investment, with my reputation on the line, with all of you're not scrutinizing, you're just asking with good intentions. But with all the other scrutiny from the other people that's not like you, I'm not going to make a irresponsible first investment, King. So if you said you believe in me, believe in me. Believe that, this dude's smart enough to not go make a silly investment, his first investment. If you think that I'm not that smart or I'm that silly, then just chalk that up and just don't believe in me. I don't care either way, but I'm just saying don't say one thing and be the other. Like if you believe that I'm smart and I'm astute, then believe I'm smart and I'm astute. And what we about to pull off is going to pop off. And the numbers will show. That's all. Don't tell me what we know about tenants. I know about my tenants. I know about this game plan that we have. Because I set it up. So trust that I'm smart enough and astute enough and responsible enough to be able to perform well. That's all. Love. We'll go to our next caller.
No.
Oh, no more callers?
Next segment, which is what everybody's asking you about.
Next segment. So, next segment. Legacy Center by the numbers. So, as you guys see, and I respect my real estate professionals out there who don't know me well and it's just like, hey, what is this guy doing? I don't understand. I know a lot about real estate. Listen, I hire some of the smartest people in the world. People with more degrees and MBAs and PhDs. I interview Harvard Business School grads, Wharton grads. I'm around, I do business with, I'm mentored by, I interact with some of the smartest, brightest people in the world. And I get the smart people being smart from the outside in. But sometimes you gotta be smart enough to know that from the outside, you don't know all the inside information. And so what we have unveiled and what we have explained to everyone in regards to who's interested in our fund, and majority of these folks are not even in our fund, but who are interested in investing in our fund. And we welcome the questions. I don't mind questions, but let's, give me the benefit of the doubt. Like you would give someone else the benefit of the doubt. I'm not making basic stupid. I'm saying from a real estate person perspective, and the real estate people that out there, you know what I'm saying. There's some basic fundamental real estate rules that you just don't do. I'm not a rookie. I'm not gonna just do some basic fundamental stupid real estate moves. So, with our Legacy Center, it's a building that we found that's in an opportunity zone in East Point, Georgia. It's a building less than 10 years old. It's a building that will house a film and TV production studio, which will itself projectedly gross very, on a conservative basis, very decent returns because of all the supply or all the demand in Georgia, specifically Atlanta area, specifically East Point, 5 minutes from the airport, where we'll have a 20,000 square foot TV and production studio, one exit from Tyler Perry's TV and production studio compound. In a city where we've already talked to economic development about their backlog of film and production studios looking for places to film their content, house their props, produce and build their props. And we know that there's a demand for this particular business model. We've already done that due diligence because we're wise and astute. And so we're going to house that one particular business in that facility, right? In 20,000 square feet of our 30,000 square feet. The other 20,000 square feet, we are going to anchor that 10,000 square feet. 5,000 square feet will be split in half. We anchor it by a TV and film production company that's been successful, years in the business, household name as one of their partners, and they will be an anchor in that particular building. And then we're going to leverage instant anchor, and we're going to have the Jay Morrison Academy and the Tulsa Real Estate Fund be the other anchors on that side of the building. So therefore we have a Inc. 500 business and a 8-figure real estate fund, both anchoring one portion of the business, paying market rent plus triple net lease, meaning taxes, insurance, and utilities, paying proration of those with the production studio anchor tenant, right, at triple net lease at market rent. Then we're going to we already have competition and competitive request for folks to lease our downstairs space. That's on hold because we think there is a better model for this property in creating something that is needed in East Point on the south side in regards to an entrepreneur accelerator, a membership model incubator, and shared workspace. State-of-the-art smart rooms, smart boards, environment for us to be able to train, educate, and grow this community. And that model itself, again, has revenue share with us, the landlords, TREF Legacy Center, which is owned by the TREF Fund. All those business models we have used conservative projections in every single one, as we should. And all those business models, all those leases, or just even if you look at the building as a whole, there's about 24,600 out of 30,000 square feet. There's 24,600 square feet that is actually rentable per common areas, right? And so we are out of that 24,600 square feet of rentable space at $17.31 for what is market rent in the area at triple net lease. That alone puts us in position, and there's no shortage of tenants. Like, this is what we know. For those who are not familiar, our brand, the Tulsa Real Estate Fund, my personal influence and brand, as well as my partner and wife, Ernestine Morrison, our influence and relationships in the Atlanta area is vast and mass. And so when you talk about the amount of people, just friends, families, and those in our sphere of influence and network that want to rent, participate, and bring energy and bring synergy and bring business to our center, it's out of this world. This is what you guys aren't calculating, well, not to say all of you, but some of people who are trying to analyze and assess this deal are not understanding who we are to this city and in this city and the amount of relationships that we have and how easy it is for us to fill up a room. In addition to the production and film studio, we're also using production and film space as flex space, as an event space. So in our training center and incubator will also be for rent and for lease for side vendors as well. So if you want to hold a workshop, a training center, a 300-person event, if you want to produce something, photo shoots, video shoots, green screen, psych wall, you want to produce content, etc., all that will be done at the Legacy Center. It's a center for entrepreneurs to be able to incubate and accelerate their businesses and build their legacy from our strategic mentorship, partnerships, relationships that will be pouring into this center. So we know with the amount of influence, traction, buzz, and demand that we have in this Atlanta metro area that this building will be
such a need for it. The response we get is amazing, and we're not concerned with any objection of profession or objection about its ability to be occupied. So with that, we are looking at over 12% returns, 12% cap rate on this property, as well as a over 14%, I believe 14.5% IRR on this property, right? And so we're looking at 12% return. How that looks for our investors is our investors get an 8% preferred return. So our investors get 8% first. Out of that remaining 4% that's left over on a 12% return, our investors will get 2 more percent, and the fund will get 2%. We split it 50-50. And then those profits we get split amongst how many shares you own in the fund. That's just of this one investment. While we're still underwriting tens of millions of other investments and closing on other investments, and you'll own shares and equity percentages of those investments as well. And so that's the opportunity here. We acquired for $2.1 million. It appraised at $2.5 million. We're putting in $500,000 of renovations. We put up a little test photo tonight on my IG and Ernestine's IG of one of the renderings. The full renderings will be coming out in the next 24 to 48 hours. The renderings are the actual 3D and color CAD drawings from our architect, so you guys can actually see what this building transformation is going to look like. And we're just super excited about it. It's going to be a great opportunity for all of us to be commercial owners and commercial owners of a building, again, that sits in the opportunity zone that's going to be also attractive for other businesses. You would want your business to be in our building because that will make your building a qualified opportunity zone business, which will make your building eligible for capital gains flow through capital that wealthier or capital gains incentivized folks will want to invest into your business so they can get the 10%, 15% tax discounts over 5 and 7 years respectively, and earn any profits off investing in your business that will be tax-free profits after 10 years of investing in your business if you're in an opportunity zone. So we, understand all the angles and where the liabilities lie, where the deficiencies are, and where our opportunity is. And this legacy is going to be a great opportunity. We're looking at, again, just great cash flow from leases, future appreciation in the building, a staple in our community, a staple in Atlanta, a staple really worldwide, just 5 minutes from the busiest airport in the world, having a building that we all can be proud of. Our founders will be memorialized, their names, all those founders who invested first in that first month or so, those founders will have their names in the building. It's going to be a great grand opening. And, we haven't released yet, but we can't wait for our, celebrity partners who have done some videos for us, just a few, but we have more coming. But, Carrie Hilson just did her video with Ernestine, who's a partner in our fund. B. Simone, the comedian. Demaryius Thomas, NFL superstar, Super Bowl Pro Bowler, again, investor in the fund. We got others. Tamika Mallory, Queen, I'm coming for you to get your video. My Song, Dr. Boyce Watkins, Tariq Nasheed, Ben X, and others who have shown love and supported. Mark Witten, and just so many others who have, believed in us and invested in us. They're all our partners in this opportunity. It's going to be great for everyone to come to see what they own. But this is just the first of many to come. I mean, this is just the first acquisition of our first fund. But again, our goal is a minimum of 20 funds in the next 5 years. We're not playing. This is not fake. This is for real. Our team works hard. And it's really, I guess, if you ever sense a tone of like frustration or whatever, it's not personally, but we have a whole team of like super professionals and really talented people and like people that like are in the industry and work really hard and are really, really smart. And it's almost a smack in the face to my team for people to think that we would just do some like off cuff and like really silly things. We are not like your ghetto homeboy business. Like just because we're people of color, y'all call it, just because we might get cool with a fitted hat on sometimes and be personable doesn't mean we don't operate a Class A and Class Act organization and are astute and wise enough to make some, key decisions and make some astute decisions and some strategic decisions. And so with all that, the Legacy Center is here. Give the gift of legacy with your investment in the Tulsa Real Estate Fund. That means you own shares in the Legacy Center. So when you give the gift of legacy, you're literally giving somebody the gift
of ownership in the Legacy Center, this commercial asset purchased by the first black-owned real estate crowdfund in the history of America. And you're giving them the 8% preferred returns, and you're giving them the profit shares, and you're giving them the equity and the social good and the ownership of real estate. That's just super dope. Again, we're gonna be, for all our investors, you guys will see, and when you create an account, you'll see a video where I break down the numbers to this Legacy Center opportunity. They have to create an account, right? It's on the account page, JP. So for anyone that wants to see a video, free webinar explaining the numbers on the Legacy Center. And we'll be sending out our investor report with the numbers and data and projections as well. So that'll be coming out to you guys. But if you want to see a free webinar, just kind of breaking it down in a simple way, go to tulsa-real-estate-fund.com, create an account. It's a free account, and you'll see the webinar explaining the whole Legacy Center opportunity, just for your eyes. And then for those who have invested, you guys will be getting a report update on this property. What's that?
They can log into the back end to see if they're an investor, to see the video.
Yeah, and if you're currently an investor, you can just log into your portal. Just put your name and password in and log into your portal to your investor account. If you're currently an investor, you'll see the same video. Again, it's the East Point Legacy Center here, right outside of Atlanta, Georgia, where we'll be housed, where we'll be anchoring, and we're going to kick this movement off, and we're going to begin to spawn and create our legacy, and just build from there. So let's see. Oh, I'll post to something else. Okay, then that. Gotcha. So we're going to come back to the phones in 1 second. I also wanted to make this point. So I know there's, 50,000 of us out there, 100,000 of us out there that have $500 to $1,000 that's sitting in a bank or somewhere that we don't need to pay our light bill. Like, it's not like money you need right now. Some of us got, I have to budget right now. I'm not talking to y'all right now. If you got a budget right now, I'm not talking to you. But don't be budgeting right now and you're going to spend it on Christmas. Like, that's silly. But for those who have disposable cash sitting somewhere, I want to say this. You got $500 to $1,000, $2,500, $5,000 sitting somewhere. Checking account, 0.001%. Money market savings account, 0.1%. CD, 2 to 3%. Mutual fund or 401k, 3 to 4%. That money's sitting there anyway. Why don't you reroute? Come get the legacy. Come build with us. Come build with your brothers and sisters. Invest that disposable capital you don't need right now anyway, or a portion of it. Come invest it with us. Look at receiving up to 8% preferred returns, 50% of any future profits, equity in our company, social good, and ownership of real estate immediately when you acquire. Compare that to just where your money is at right now. That's all I'm saying. Compare where that disposable cash is to a realistic account that you have right now. The $1,000 sitting in your nightstand drawer. Compare what that's getting you compared to 8% preferred returns, 50% of the profits, equity in the company, instant equity in real estate, ownership of real estate, and social good. That's all I'm saying. It's okay to give a firm, an organization, a shot, even when the people may or may not, depending on who you are watching this, look like you or be Africans in America. We get so shaky about investing in an institution that's ours, focused on social good, offering equity and ownership, a fund source for the community owned by the people, but we'll let it sit in somebody else's account while they give us 0.001% and do nothing for our community. And we okay with that. We're okay with 0.1% on $100,000. But we won't think to take 1,000 out of that 100,000 at a opportunity for 8% plus equity plus real estate plus social good plus profit share. I don't know. That's just that's a growth thing. So we're just here to create the vehicle and offer the opportunity. We will show up and perform. That's my thing. It's like, I'm cool with you betting on me because I'm betting on me and we gonna win. I got the secret sauce. I got Young Betty by my side. I got Ernestine Morrison by my side. I got the secret sauce. I got the secret weapon. And I got God on my side. I got this amazing team around me. Like, I'm cool with that. I'm taking all the reputational risk. Like, this is my legacy on the line.
I'm cool with my legacy hinging on my ability to perform in this fund. I accept that. Have we known other social activists, social economic activists who have tried this before and been infiltrated and been purposely smeared and purposely undercut? Yeah, I faced those threats too. That people can purposely try to make me fail to ruin all our hopes and dreams. But that's not going to stop me from trying. It's not going to stop me from putting my best foot forward. I don't live like that. Like, we need leadership today. We need economic infrastructure today. We need investment vehicles today. We need to stop talking and dreaming about it. We're going to pass all our money to the Gucci family, to the Xbox family, to the iPhone family, to the Walmart family, to the Disney family, to the Vicky C's family, to everybody else, but we're not doing enough to pass down money and assets to our own families. We have a vehicle to allow us to do that. Started by us, for the urban community, owned by the people. For us to lend capital or be capital partners, mezzanine financiers, funders, joint venture partners, or whatever you want to call it, with developers and investors and business owners in our community who have the right track record, the right ideas, the right deals. We're willing to be a capital source for you. That was the goal of the fund, to be a capital source, but owned by the people. So that's what we want to continue to do. Again, I want to give you all, we'll go back to question and answer to kind of wrap this up. But I do want to give everyone a call to action to think about that. Like, literally check your account and be like, yo, where's my extra money at? And what's my ROI, return on investment? How much are they giving me in yearly interest? And compare that interest, as well as compare how much profit share they're giving you, as well as compare how much equity in their company they're giving you, as well as compare as do you own real estate, which is a component of legacy, and well as compare that, is there any social good with that organization? Compare those things and compare it to us, and let's rock, let's run. Let's go. There's thousands of us that have the opportunity, but we on the fence like, but what about? Why don't you ask them, what about why am I only getting 0.001%? What about why am I getting 0.1%? Why am I not getting any profits or equity in this company? Why don't you do any social good? Ask those questions too. And let's realize we have a real opportunity if we can move at the speed of trust. I'm not going nowhere. I'm a family man. I'm a community man. I'm not going anywhere but up to the moon with success and blessings. Like, let's go. Let's reroute and divert our money from other institutions, put it in our own institution. We did the work with the SEC regulation and clearance. We did that work. We're transparent. We're authentic. All our stuff is online. It's all disclosed. We made our first acquisitions, more to come. You can wait for the next acquisitions. I'm fine with that if you want to wait. Go for it. We're still going to be acquiring them. We're still going to be underwriting them. We're still going to be partnering. Like, the show don't stop. This is Mr. Outwork the Work. Like, my resume speaks for itself. 3 multi-million-dollar companies, 3 years. 2 8-figure businesses, 5 years. Let's go get to work. Stop making excuses to get in our own way. Sometimes we act like we don't even deserve success. Like, we don't even believe we deserve success, so it just can't be. We got everything we need to be successful. Those of you who have deals, submit your deals. tulsa-real-estate-fund.com. Those of you who have capital, invest your capital. tulsa-real-estate-fund.com. Let's match the capital to the deals. We'll micromanage everything. We split profits. We get our 5.5% management fee. You get your 8% preferred return. We split profits 50-50. Everybody wins. We all own equity. We took control of our own destiny and didn't let them get in the way. I thought that was a good play. Maybe I'm just ahead of my time. You got to be a visionary. You got to be a trailblazer. You got to be a leader. You got to see it before it comes. That's the problem. Too many of these real estate guys are so analytical, they're not visionaries. They can't see anything before it comes. All they can see is what's in front of them because they were taught to be analytical. Until they got through school being analytical. They got good grades. I didn't. I got big checks. You got to be able to see the future, man. Like, the play is right there. It's a no-brainer play.
in regards to depending on your budget, depending on your risk threshold, and depending on all that, right? So I can't say it's guaranteed because it's not. Every investment is not a guarantee. I have full disclosures to make. This is, again, a decision that you may need to consult with. But again, that's why I say make an informed decision. Don't make an emotional decision. I'm not pleading on your emotions. Make an informed decision. Where's my money currently at? If I don't got it, I don't got it. But if I got it, where's it currently at and what is it doing for me? ROI, profit share, equity, real estate, social good. What's happening? Tulsa Real Estate Fund. What's your ROI? 8% preferred return. What's your profit share? 50% of the profits. What's your equity? $50 per share. 10 shares, $500. You own real estate? Yes, we do. Social good? We all about that. Compare the two. Give the gift of legacy to your family. Allow your children, siblings, family to participate in that kind of legacy. If you have questions about how to transfer your shares, email info@tulsa-real-estate-fund.com. Subject line, legacy shares, or give legacy, either way, whatever, something like that. So do that if you want to purchase shares, buy shares, invest, and transfer them to a loved one for the holidays and reroute your dollars. And for those who want to invest direct for yourself, again, tulsa-real-estate-fund.com. You can call our number, 1-844-73-TULSA. Our team is in the office right now. Some very, very bright queens and kings that can answer your questions. 1-844-73-TULSA. They can help you fund your account. We take ACH, $500 minimum. There's like a $25 and change processing fee, and that makes you an instant equity owner, investor, owner of commercial real estate once you're qualified and you go through our process. This is for non-accredited and accredited investors. Minimum $500 investment, partnership, equity. All right. So we're going to go to the question lines. We're going to go to question and answers from live stream and the call queue. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Caller 646.
646, how you go? 646, don't miss out. Go on once. Go on twice. TREF life.
Big homie, it's Frank from Pittsburgh. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, King. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good, my brother.
Good to
It's
hear
always
from
good
you.
to talk to the real estate brother I never had. Pray the family's doing good.
They are. Thank you. Same to you.
My man. Hey, I just wanted to say, man, you kind of help you take some of the pressure off you, man. You got to realize you talking to apples and oranges. You got people that's riding with you because of what they could get out of you or get from you, and you got people that's riding with you because they relate to your character, they relate to your spirit, they know you earned your stripes, they know your word is your bond, they know you're an OG out here. So those are the people that's going to ride with you till the wheels fall off or whether they stay on. You took this vision from, 3-4 years ago, I think I started getting on the phone with you.
Yep.
Been consistent. You've been on point, whether, you haven't had nothing come up against you. So it's people like us, man, whether you do another live or another post, we know you're a man of your word and you're doing what you're going to do. If we worried about Jay taking us down or Tulsa Fund taking us down, then we investing wrong. We still got some learning to do. If all you got is just chips in Tulsa and in Jay, and worry about what Jay doing and ain't going to do. So I just say, man, continue to stay focused, man. You always got my prayer and support. I got a few stocks. I haven't talked to the CEO yet. A lot of them been caught up in scandal. My money's still there. So I'm going to ride with my brother who comes from where I come from, man, and let's see where God take us, man. So if nobody else praying for you, the brother in Pittsburgh got you.
I appreciate it, King. Now that's all love. Always great to hear from you, and you have been, consistent, not just supporter, man, but like you said, brother, and just frontliner, because we all doing the same work. We all about the same thing, and that's kind of the point I was just trying to make. And thank you for making that point. It's just kind of like, I'm cool with questions, but it's like, can I get some real questions? Can I get some veteran? Can I get some give me a little bit of credit questions? Like, y'all give me some some boo-boo the fool questions. Like, come on, man. You wouldn't go on the phone with no other fund manager asking those silly questions like that. But
It's cool. We rocking though. I appreciate all the love. I'm built for it all. And some people don't, just need clarity, and I understand that too. And I'm cool with that. I don't mean to clown anyone. I understand that everybody's at a different level of understanding. But to Frank's point, my word is my bond. I live off my word. My reputation is my word. My legacy is my word. So, I hope that means a little something to somebody out there. We'll go to our next caller.
Right.
Thank you, King. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
My JMA water.
Someone on the live stream asked, where'd you get that apparel?
How can I forget? You cannot fully be TREF Life without your TREF Life apparel. TREFlife.com, TREFLIFE, TREFlife.com for your hoodies, your tees, your hats. I got a TREF Life phone case. This ain't the one, is it? Oh! TREF Life phone cases. Listen, TREFlife.com. Told you, your king's not going to lose. Listen, we going to get it. TREF Life, everything, TREFlife.com. Get your hoodies. They're very warm. They're soft. Get your fitted hats. I got a big head, and my fitted hat fits my head. If you fit my head, all you guys are good. And we got the T-shirts, nice stretchy T-shirts for you, TREFlife.com. We do this for life. Next question in the queue or live stream.
769.
769.
Hey, Jay.
Yes.
How y'all doing, family? Everybody listening.
I'm listening.
And on this I'm on this GPS. I was listening to my GPS on this new track, man. I just, out of permission of God, man, I just started a new venture, transporting cars. I'm an auto hauler now. Royal Family Transporters LLC. I'm in Philly.
Congrats.
And I'm a real estate entrepreneur at heart, man. Well, I'm an entrepreneur at heart, but real estate where I'm really at. And I'm getting chills, man. I'm kind of choked up right now because I set our stories is similar, very similar, man. I set up some time and I focused on business and religion, man. Making sure my inside is right, my spirit is right. Religious foundation is right, and it was business. And I survived off 3 hours, man, of sleep every day. So every day that I set up, man, and I ain't do nothing but write hell of a business plan. And I came out here and I executed, man. And I done had 7 businesses since I came out.
Nice.
And now, I've been tearing up really.
Breaking up a little bit. You lost
on
him?
GPS and stuff. I signed up on the top of the year with you for I signed up for coaching and I signed up for easy funding and some some repair and things like that. And I was waiting. I had it in my head. I didn't want to go to the bank. Whatever I got.
Oh, you
And I had
the GPS again. Hold on, you gotta make a right turn.
yeah, people, can you hear it? Oh God! So people was telling me that, man, look, just go ahead and go to the bank, man, because your vision is A1. Just get some money behind you. And I didn't cut no corners. I didn't go to the right or the left and try to get money from the streets, or I didn't care if I was squeezing windows, building my legacy. We talking about building legacies today. And I wanted to leave my legacy, man. I wanted to build my legacy, I want to build my legacy understanding the story where I started from, like every dollar was legal. And all my moves was legitimate. Like, the guys come over here on the boat, man, with a little bit in their pocket, and they get to the top, and we going into their establishments, they multi-millionaires in a couple years, from setting up in our communities and capitalize off of, our spending power, which is through the roof. You understand that part. And the thing is, man, I didn't get, I'm tearing my credit up real good, to get where I need to get to qualify for, to put myself in a position So you can help me get in a better position to try to get the $250,000 or better. And I pray to God that happened, because now I made a conscious decision to go to the banks for some bread, you know. But anyway, this thing right here that I'm doing, I started with a 2-car. And there's a guy that's listening, man, that I just met not long ago, because, you know, he decided to not to go in too much in his business, but he decided to go on, you know, he had to back out of the business for a minute, but he sold me 2 trucks and 2 car carriers. So now I'm about to be 10 cars strong, about to carry 10 cars, you know. And I told him to check in today. He said, "Yeah, I know, Jay. You know, and I just sent him my access code and all that so he could log in and listen today." And anyway, I say I'm getting chills because, you know, it was just months ago that I didn't, you know, that I didn't want to go to the banks, and then I signed on with you like, man, look, I need some bread because I got to stop holding myself back. And you know, like I got all these cribs, right, and I ain't got no money to renovate them. And somebody told me, man, look, you know, grab a car hauler and all that, you know, grab a truck and trailer and get busy, man. I established the business, legitimized it, and you know, I just established the corporation, and because I had Royal Family Construction.
So hold on one second.
Investors, right?
Hold on one second. So first of all, congrats on your journey, and you know where I see that you're taking it. That's first of all. Second of all, if you have properties that you own free and clear, and you need capital, I don't know what kind of experience you got in that space. I know you just mentioned a construction company, but you could submit those deals for us to come in as a capital partner. That's what we're here for. We're here to be a capital partner.
That's what I'm Yo, I don't mean to cut you off, but I've been trying to get you on the phone, bro, since I signed up. And I wish I would have just sent you an email, but I just kept my head down until it's time to pick it up, and I've just been busy. But I own all my cribs outright, free and clear, man. I'm talking about one joint is a major, it's major to me, you know, based on how I acquired it, you know, out of pocket. Me and my family grind, sacrifice, we back to the ramen noodles to get this. And anyway, this joint like 3 blocks away from a major university. You know, so I got envisions of, I'm tired of selling them. So you know, I want to keep my...
So let's do this. Now I hear you, but you gave it a long spiel, and I want to get some other callers. So do this. Go to the website, tulsa-real-estate-fund.com. Click on Submit a Deal. Fill that form out the best you can with your contact info, and I'll get that email. So will my president of real estate operations. And let's look at your portfolio. Let's look at your experience, your goals, and see if there's a way that we can collaborate. Let's do that. And if you want to DM me or send me email separately, again, I do applaud your story and journey. We need to hear more stories like that and people fighting for their legacy. But yeah, let's look into that real estate deal and let's build more as you're now, you know, in the academy or easy funding. Let's get to that. But I want to open up for some other callers as well. So I'm going to just say one last thought, but it got to be a thought, like 20-second thought.
If I could say anything in 20 seconds, man, I'm a mirror you over here in Philadelphia and on this tri-state side. I know you're from Jersey. I appreciate you. I love you. I respect you. You know what I'm saying? And I can't wait to be under your tutelage, even though I'm already signed on. And I applaud you for your strive and your trek, man. And that's that. Thanks for your time.
Love, King. Yup. Send that over to us. Peace. It'd be great to be a success story one day, and we got some properties in the Phillies we investing in off this call. I mean, that'll be our goal. So if in any way we could be a capital partner, listen, if any way we could be a capital partner and funding source for you, if you have to be a qualified investor and entrepreneur, you can't just say, I got an idea, like, let me get some, come on. Again, I don't do silly stuff. So you can't have no experience, no coaching, no training, no mentorship, and no nothing. We just give you money. It doesn't work like that. But if you have experience, you're experienced operator, experienced partner, experienced development partner, sponsor is called, then we can talk about some things. Or you own assets free and clear, or you're new but are willing to maybe play a lesser role in the transaction. You may own some assets, but you're new or don't have the time or experience to invest. We can come in on the development side and fund side, and let's talk about those things. That's what we're here for. But then we all own it together. That's the thing. I could do it by myself. But the point is to do it together. That's the fun part. Is to do something together greater than what we can individually do ourselves. That's the whole
point where everybody's missing. It's not about me. It's us to do something together that's greater than what we can all do ourselves. We can do it. We got a $50 million max in our fund. We could literally max that out overnight just with my following alone. If everybody, out of 250,000 people, I'm sure there's 50,000 that got 1,000 to 500 to the side they don't need for something. Or those watching this video or podcast, that you could easily reroute that money into the fund, and now we all got it together. It's not like we're just doing it for Jay Morrison. We all got it together. It shouldn't bother you that I'm the fund manager. You ain't mad at the other people managing your money. Why do you feel all crazy when somebody actually you can relate to is managing the money as opposed to somebody you can't? Well, we could easily raise $50 million and 50,000 of us put up $1,000. I already invested $10,000 into the fund, and not mentioning the money to start the fund. I ain't talking about the startup money for the fund, the investment capital, for staff, for lawyers, for accounting, for auditing, for operations. I ain't talking about none of that. I'm talking about actual into Tulsa Real Estate Fund, $10,000 on top of the fact I'm the head of all the operations. Like, there's 50,000 of us that got $1,000, or 100,000 of us that got $500 that could easily invest into this fund and be maxed out $50 million overnight, and let's go to work and make smart deals and fund responsibly. We ain't got to keep playing with this. We playing around with the opportunity, and then we ain't got no opportunity. It's like, oh man, wish we could pull our money together. Stop playing around. Like, yo, if you don't got it, you don't got it. But if you got it and it's sitting somewhere, look at the ROI. Look at the profit share, look at the equity, look at the real estate, look at the social good. Look at our profit share or our ROI, 8% preferred return, meaning before profits, you get your 8%, 50% of the profits after the 8%, equity in the company, $50 a share, you own real estate instantly, commercial real estate owner, own a piece of the legacy center, and our other assets as we build, and social good. Let's fund the fund. And then let's go fund socially responsible investors throughout our community and country. Done. Or go acquire some assets that make sense and will make us money and give us control and power. Let's go to work. Next caller. That's what I'm on anyway. Right, Hoff?
Yes.
Facts.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
How you doing? This is Cecil. I'm over on the West Coast in L.A. I was wondering, did you need any coaches out there to help you educate our people?
Always.
How do you apply for that position?
Is there an email for that?
No, but it's
Yeah, we have a train the trainer.
I sent one to Eric a long time ago, but I didn't hear anything from him.
Yeah, we have a train the trainer
Right.
program. I would say, hey, if you're interested in coaching, send is it partners at? I want to give you a good email. Send it to
A good email?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a good one for you. Okay. Send it info@jay-morrison-academy.com, but put in the subject line, train the trainer or coach.
You said info what?
Info@jay-morrison-academy.com, Jay. We're always looking for associate coaches. We're going to be doing a big campaign about it soon.
Okay.
And if you're willing to come down and get trained, we're willing to be open to training you.
Okay.
Thanks for the
I'll
call.
do that. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Next call.
404.
Question.
404.
Good evening, Jay. How are you doing, King Jay? Queen Ernestine Johnson. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing well, thank you. How are you?
Well, thank you. How are you?
I'm okay. Jay, I didn't really have a question. I want to say something to a guy that had called in earlier, right, that was trying to rag on you. I wanted to explain something to him, about your facility there in East Point. I want him to imagine in a few months, a bunch of young sisters with no direction going to be getting income tax refund checks for $7,500 to $14,000. Your facility in East Point is going to give those young ladies a place where they can go and go to JMA and learn real estate investment, how to properly manage that money, how to properly use that money to platform themselves to a different position in life. That same thing, it's just like easy funding. Easy funding gives them a platform where they can fix their credit and learn to leverage their credit so they can have a better future, get off public assistance, and progress. I don't think a lot of people understand you and Queen Ernestine's passion about your people, what you guys are really trying to do. You're not doing this for the money, because you could just not do this and go get money. You're doing this because you have passion for your people. And I don't think a lot of people understand that, Jay. I don't think they understand that you're in an economic empowerment zone, but it's bigger than just being in an economic empowerment zone. It's bigger than just tax breaks. It's really about the people. A lot of people miss the opportunities that you're developing. Like, take your business incubator that you're putting downstairs, that you're developing. A lot of people miss the opportunity in that. They don't understand that you could take a young sister out of the ghetto who just got a $7,500 or $14,000 income tax, teach her how to create her own business, teach her how to leverage that business so she can invest back into the fund so the fund can grow even bigger and create bigger profits for the fund member. I don't think a lot of these people understand. A lot of people, they don't understand that 8% preferred profits and that 50% profit and 8% preferred return. I don't think they really understand the beauty of that, how it empowers people, not just give them a return on their money, but it's really empowering them, and it's empowering a real legacy for their kids. A lot of African Americans didn't have a chance to invest and don't know a lot about investing, but this empowers them with an opportunity to grow. And I want to say thank you, Jay and Queen Ernestine, and for what y'all are doing, because a lot of people don't understand that. You ride around Atlanta, they don't understand that a lot of people are like zombies in Atlanta because no one cared. For years, nobody cared. You had your elitists that got theirs, but then it's the poor people that you guys are teaching, the people who are working class that you're teaching how to empower themselves. You know, I listened to this guy want to talk about this investment in his business because he can't see the vision. He can't see that investment in that business or the incubator in that business can be used as a platform. You take the community revolving business fund, you repair a young lady's credit so she can use easy funding to take that money as a platform to get money from the community revolving business fund. Now she can go out and buy a franchise, but she would have never been able to do that if JMA wasn't there, if easy funding wasn't there, if Tulsa wasn't there. And I don't think that caller earlier understood that part of this. This is not just about making money on a return. This is about economic development and empowering a whole community and teaching other people how to empower themselves and to build a real generational wealth legacy, not just in just Tulsa Real Estate Fund, but that's why you have the JMA teaching them how to properly invest in real estate by building a solid foundation and investing in real estate, not just a one strategy like wholesaling, but you actually teaching them multiple strategies. You teach them how to build a business, how to set up LLCs. You're teaching them how to properly protect their property with trust. I don't think he understands the whole vision you have because
I'm gonna tell you what. I appreciate you so much. If he didn't understand the vision, then I bet you he get it now because you broke it down, King. Because that is the vision.
Well, that is the vision. Because see, I actually know you and Will and Queen Ernestine and Janetta, so that's why I'm like, but I'm being honest, I don't think you really understand the vision because the vision is not just to make money. The vision is to empower our people.
You know what it is?
To a different level.
Absolutely. I want to say this. And I'm echoing. I don't know if I'm on speakerphone on your end or close to another phone.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. Try it off, please. So the goal, I want to say this. You can make money and do social good. That's what folks don't understand. I'm going to mute you real quick, kid, because of the background noise. So you can, let me give y'all some secret sauce, some game. I'm not saying the fund is not going to be profitable because, God willing, it is. The goal is to be profitable. I'm not saying it's all about the social good. We're not a nonprofit. I understand that. I created the fund. I get it. I had to go through the filing. I understand exactly what we are. I approved the operating agreement, subscription agreement, right? But what I am saying is that many folks don't understand that you actually make more money by giving and serving the universal law. You actually make greater ROI by doing good for people than only focusing on money. Then when you get nice enough with it to learn how to do good for people and profit as a social entrepreneur and make money, you got the best of both worlds. So why couldn't we empower our community through an incubator model, have a business model attached? I'm not going to share with you guys the whole business model because half of y'all want to infiltrate and destroy it anyway. So I'm not going to give you all the model. No, I'm not. Because I'm wise enough to know that I can't give you all the model. But there's a business model where we can empower the community, we can incubate and accelerate businesses and still be profitable at the same time. And still be socially responsible and still be servants and contributors of that social legacy while we build our financial legacy. I know how to do it. I've run the 13th fastest growing education company in the country. I know how to do it. I'm not saying it off of, I think I know how to do it. No, I'm saying I know how to do it. I've done it. I don't run the 113th, not the 13th hundred. No, the 13th fastest growing education company in the country. The 580th fastest growing business in the country. At all the businesses in the country. All those rated by the Inc. 500, we are number 588. I know what I'm doing. I'm not just saying that. The numbers say that. They show that. So we're going to make this work as a fund that has focus on social good. We are social entrepreneurs. We are both. We are not one or the other. So if you're just a real estate person and human ROI means nothing to you, what's the ROI on somebody's life? On somebody's life being totally different, like the king who called from Philly who just came home from prison, is now in real estate and drives trucks, like the young ladies that the king just talked about who are getting $7,000 income tax refund checks and will spend them on a liability, but now may spend them on an asset. For all the lives we empower through corner classes, through folks who have never had an opportunity to own an asset in their life can now invest in real estate for $500 and own a piece of a commercial building, a legacy center. What is that ROI on the impact that has on somebody's life 13 years from now? What's the ROI? But I do understand outside of social ROI, we do need to realize an economic ROI, which I've given you the projections for on that too. We gonna win. God willing. I'm just saying. So my point is, don't be in your own businesses. Forget about my business and our business. In your own businesses, don't be scared to be a social entrepreneur. Don't be scared to do social good and still figure out a business model. Everything ain't got to be a collection plate. It ain't all got to be church. There's nothing wrong with church. I'm just saying. It don't all got to be that. You can do social good, impact the world, be a change agent, leave a legacy, a social legacy, and still leave an economic legacy. It's okay. It's done all the time. It's done all the time. The NFL is a $46 billion nonprofit. The National Football League, that banned cap, is a $46 billion non-profit, not-for-profit. Next question.
People can't donate on YouTube because they're doing that. So tell them to call me.
There's no donations on YouTube. There's no other accounts for you to get funded through other than tulsa-real-estate-fund.com or calling our team 1-844-73-TULSA. That's it. No PayPals, no Cash Apps, no GoFundMes, no Tulsa donations. Don't do anything but tulsa-real-estate-fund.com.
There's only one Instagram at Tulsa Real Estate Fund. That's it. No other variations. One number, 1-844-73-TULSA.
Somebody just donated $20 through YouTube.
Huh?
Somebody just donated $20 through YouTube because they have like the button you can click to give money.
Yeah, so don't donate money through YouTube. Does that go to our account?
It does. It should.
Well, we can't fund their account.
Well, we can't fund your account if you donate to YouTube. If you want to just donate because you want to donate, listen. If you want to support the cause and you want to donate, it's not an investment. There's no ROI on that. But if you want to donate to support the cause and pay for some of these light bills, donate. If you want to invest and get a preferred return, equity, ownership in real estate, your profit share and social good, then you invest at our website, tulsa-real-estate-fund.com, or call our 800 number 1-844-73-TULSA. Next question. One last question, JP
Right,
says.
so this is one from Facebook then, and they wanted to know, can they still invest even though you purchased the first acquisition, or do they have to wait until it's time to
Investments are totally open for everyone right now to give the gift of legacy. We're starting our 12 days of TREFmas, and you guys can purchase shares for yourself. Purchase shares. You can email us at info@tulsa-real-estate-fund.com and ask us how you transfer those shares to your beneficiary, your heir. So you can give the gift of legacy of these assets to someone else. You could do that. But you can do that at tulsa-real-estate-fund.com, and it is open. It's not stopped because we acquired 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, however many investments. The fund will be open until we reach $50 million of capital raised. We got some more to go. So again, guys, look at where your capital currently at. The capital you're either blowing on liabilities or that's not gaining you the proper ROI, profit share, equity, ownership of real estate, or social good. Compare that to Tulsa Fund and your opportunity to grow with us. Wouldn't it be cool to be like, yo, I was on the ground level of that? When we're $1 billion company in 5 years, wouldn't it be great to be like, yo, I was a part of that? Don't be late. Don't be slow. Like, it's a great opportunity for you to invest. Make sure that you are an informed investor. You read our operating agreement, our subscription agreement. You can consult any investment advisors. All that's welcome. All the transparency is welcome. There's frequently asked questions on our website. If you want to see more on the details of our first acquisition, the Legacy Center in East Point, you guys can go to tulsa-real-estate-fund.com, create an account, and you'll see a video on the create account page that breaks down that investment of the new Legacy Center in East Point that will be unveiling a grand opening for hopefully top of next year. And we'll be marketing and unveiling our renderings of this project, what it looks like, and its drawings. We'll be showing that over the next coming days. And we'll be doing lectures every day, 8 p.m. Eastern. Every day for the next 12 days, all the way to TREFmas, Christmas, Xmas, through the holiday. Every day we're going to be doing one lecture every night. Not a long lecture, a short, medium-sized lecture, but teaching you points on legacy. That's our gift to you. We're going to give you the gift of legacy through education. We're going to give you the opportunity to give the gift of legacy through our investment vehicle by purchasing your shares today, by partnering with us on legacy in the Legacy Center today. Minimum investment, $500, 8% preferred returns. You get 50% of the profits. You own shares in the company. You instantly become a real estate owner, and you will be a part of an organization focused on social entrepreneurship and social good. tulsa-real-estate-fund.com. Call our team, 1-844-73-TULSA. They'll be here to answer your questions right now, even in the evening. Let's take one more. We got one more in the queue?
Someone wanted to know, can 2 people's names be on a portfolio?
On the initial investment or the beneficiary piece? Or just you don't even know?
They just said in general.
I would call 1-844-73-TULSA and speak to our client relations team, and they can help you out there. I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't want to just guess.
All right, one more caller.
And one more caller.
267.
267, that's Philly area.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing, Jay?
Doing well, thank you. How you doing?
Well, good. calling from Philly, man. I just wanted to thank you for everything, you know, that you do and you put out there in the world on YouTube and everything like that. I've been following you for a little minute now, and I started out with the investment property. I got a 4-unit building in Philly with the 4-car garage, and I've been doing good with it, man. And it's all, you know, it's all because of you. I used to follow your YouTube and all that kind of stuff.
That's love. That's love.
So I guess my question is now I got that, and I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do. Like, what's the next move? Like, if you was me, what would you do? Like, I got the building now. Like, where should I go from there?
Yeah, I would honestly. I would look into our online real estate investors crash course, or one form of our coaching or mentorship, so you can get somebody in the corner to help you scale what you already proved worked. You did it by yourself and you proved that it worked. But YouTube training is not real life training and really trying to build a sustainable real estate business. So if it were me, I try to get with, you know, those who got the blueprint in the game to see how I can scale my business and be able to do not just one 4-unit, but how about one every quarter, or, you know, 4 every quarter. So I would definitely look to hit up our JMA team tomorrow, 1-844-JOIN-JMA, or send an email, go to the website, look at the different courses. But I would definitely just get more training, bro. Like, get the mentorship or get the coaching and let us scale you up and help you scale up.
Okay, cool. I'm going to actually check out that Tulsa Real Estate Fund, too, as well.
Absolutely,
I really
yeah.
didn't know about it.
Yep, yes. It's simple. Look at what extra capital you got that could be as parked somewhere. Look at how much return it's getting you wherever it's parked. Look at how much profit share they're giving you. Look at how much equity they give you in their company. And look at that if it's attached to any real estate, if it does any social good. If you don't like how all that sounds, and you compare it to what we offer you for $1,000, $5,000, $500 minimum, whatever that looks like that you want to have disposable as an investment, we're offering 8% preferred returns, 50% of any future profits on our portfolio, $50 a share of equity, real estate ownership in our legacy center and future assets, and you know the work we're already doing in the community. So if you got it to invest, don't pump fake, don't hesitate. Come support the movement, come be a part of the movement, come partner with me, the one who showed you how to get a 4-unit, come partner with me on these future assets while you build your education up. It's that simple.
Right, that sounds good. Another question I had, what do you think about like sheriff sales and stuff like that? Like,
it's all just King. I like it all. Sheriff sales, I got tax liens, I got student housing, I own land. I believe in it all. I'm saying you need to learn about it all. I know it all. I can tell you what I think about it. I think you need to know it. If you know it, right, you then can do all of it whenever you want to do it. That's our whole message on the RBCs, real estate, business, and credit. I'm just saying to everybody, don't get stuck on one strategy. Wholesaling, multifamily, sheriff sale, foreclosure, short sale. Learn all of it, and then you have more options to make more money. That's my strategy.
Right. Gotcha.
I love King, and good luck, and I look forward to being your partner in this TREF life. All right, so as we wrap, that was a good one. I really want to go all night, but our team actually was in a team lock-in today for 9 hours. We had a Tulsa Real Estate Fund for you. And so we're effective. We had a 9-hour lock-in. It was about 10 of us on our TREF team. We locked in for 9 hours, focused on end-of-the-year planning and beginning of 2019 planning. We put a lot of work behind this. This is not no mom and pop, just put it together company. It's not that. And I want to respect our team's time and effort and energy today. We also, again, we have folks in here 10 o'clock at night answering calls. 1-844-73-TULSA. So ask the questions you want to ask. Some more on the website, frequently asked questions. But get involved. Look at your current assets and investments. Look at where you're spending your money. Look at the liabilities you already bought for Christmas or buying for Christmas. Look at that. And then let's think about our family's future and legacy.
Like I'm diverting and reverting and rerouting all that capital. I'm just gonna give to my Aunt Karen, my moms, all of that. No, I'm not doing no liability Christmas gifts. Everybody's getting assets this Christmas, this Trefmas. You're getting assets. We extending our legacy, which is the amount of money and property we can leave behind. Period. Extend that. Be astute. Be responsible. Be smart. And I'm excited for you all who already are invested, who are our partners on the Legacy Center, to see the development of this Legacy Center. We're recording a lot of behind the scenes. There'll probably be a full documentary about it. We're just pumped up, man. This is going to be the one. It's going to be nice. Tref Life merchandise, hats, sweaters, hoodies, t-shirts, all treflife.com, phone cases. Support the movement. Yes, ma'am.
So for people who said they've been on the line trying to get through, they're probably on that line. So just tell them to, we got people over at the office they can call to get their questions answered.
Okay, so what line are they on?
The phone line's the dial-in line.
They're trying to call here.
Yeah.
The office?
No, the dial-in
The
line.
dial-in conference call line.
Oh, for questions.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So, yeah, we're going to be closing out the dial-in line for this podcast. Just simply transfer those questions over to our call team, 1-844-73-TULSA. They can answer them. Let's do this real quick. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. We're going to give everybody 30 seconds on the call line to clear it out.
So they're going to ask their question and I'm going to mute them.
Yes, Queen Jazz is going to mute you. We're going to go through the call line real quick. You got 30 seconds to say whatever you got to say or ask whatever you got to ask, and we're muting you. We're going to try to get as many people as we can in 5 minutes. Probably like 3.
People on social, they didn't get any questions.
People on social, well, get their questions ready too. So let's fire away. Come on, rapid rounds. 5 minutes, rapid round.
614.
614.
Okay, hey, God bless you guys. First and foremost, thank you, Jay. But a quick question. Worked at Chase for 14 years. I got laid off. I love your vision, and I'm trying to get started in real estate. My credit score, not a problem. I'm over 700. What should I do first?
Tomorrow morning, I want you to call our school after 9:30 a.m. 1-844-JOIN-JMA and ask for a free financial game plan and tell them exactly what you told me. You can ask for any one of our team members. They'll answer, and they will walk you through exactly what steps you should take to leverage that credit score to get into business investing or whatever your next steps are. That's simple. Free consultation, 1-844-JOIN-JMA. Next question. You got a live stream question? Call question, what we got?
Yes, sir. King James. This is Everett Smith from Baltimore. I am one of the founders with you.
All right.
Thank you very much for your vision.
Thank you, sir.
My question is, I'm setting up my game plan for 2019 with my wife, and want to see if we can move some more money towards the fund to add to our shares, IRA style, if that's possible.
Yes, you can. And so if you need a little consultation on that to kind of move it over, you can email info@tulsa-real-estate-fund.com and just put in the subject line IRA move. Or you can call tonight, 1-844-73-TULSA. And we'd love to help you and your wife get some more shares of equity and legacy. Yes, ma'am. Or sir. Ma'am? Hello?
How long does it take to go through your course?
How
long does it take to go through your real estate course to learn everything?
Well, the beginner's course is 6 months. It's a 6-month mentorship program to learn credit mastery and real estate investing mastery. So that's 6 months long. And our full course is 12 months with our CEO program. And you can call our team, 1-844-JOIN-JMA for more answers on that, or our website. Next question. Any social media questions?
Hey, Mr. Morrison. How you doing?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Doing all right.
Yeah,
Hey, I had one question for you. I'm based here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm about 22 years old, and I just got into investing last year. And my main question for you was, what's the best advice you can give me when it comes to investing? What's the best advice you can give me when it comes to getting over certain fears in dealing with the pressures of investing? And what's your best advice when getting into real estate?
Great question. Best advice for all three would be to join the Jay Morrison Academy. I say that selflessly. If you're looking to invest, you're looking to get into real estate, and you want to have a support group and community, I think our beginners program on real estate investing, learning wholesaling, flipping, buying, holding, financing, starting your business, negotiating deals, evaluating flips, evaluating rentals, creative financing, I think that program with credit mastery will give you the confidence you need to get into the industry and succeed in the industry, as well as give you a student community and a family here at JMA to support you with our weekly mentorship calls. So that's what I would do as a new and young investor looking to really level up is get around like-minded folks and get the strategy that and system that's proven to work. Any other questions?
Is it if I ask one more question?
If Queen Jazz says so.
5 seconds.
5 seconds. You got 5 seconds. You got 3 seconds. You got 2 seconds.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so I recently just got into cryptocurrency too, and I see that you're having a Tulsa fund, and I wanted to be able to invest. But have you also thought about doing an ICO as opposed to IPO as well?
Yes, we have had some ICO conversations, and there may be an ICO opportunity in the near future for one of our businesses. Yep, we have. All right, next one. 646.
Have you also thought about doing an ICO?
Hello.
As opposed to IPO as well?
Yes, we have had some IPO conversations.
Hello. Going once. Going nope.
205.
You're going 205.
Yes, can you hear me?
I do.
All right, look, I'm based in Birmingham, Alabama, and I'm a proud founder and investor.
Chef life.
And I wanted to know, I'm not far from Atlanta, so I wanted to know, can founders and investors use the actual Legacy Center at like a reduced rate, say if we want to use a studio or anything like that?
Yes, we are. We likely will incorporate a model that offers some type of incentive or discount opportunity for TREF members. That is certainly part of our business plan. As we should. Next question.
That's the end.
That's the end. All right, no more lives, no more questions. Again, guys, tonight was a Tulsa Real Estate Fund telethon, marathon. Well, just a couple hours, really. But we got it in. You guys got to see some of our visual content, video content, hear the numbers on the Legacy Center, and see how you can have a new year, new legacy, and give the gift of legacy going into this new year by simply making an informed investment decision, not an emotional investment decision, an informed decision. Informed that your money is somewhere either buying a liability this holiday season, getting some other family rich, the Barbie family, the Xbox family, the Walmart family, the Gucci family, the Louis family, Vicky C's family. Some family somewhere is getting rich off your capital, or your money sitting in a banking or investment institution getting you some ROI, maybe some profit share. Are you getting equity? Are you owning real estate? Are you getting social good from that institution? Or your capital could be expressing your desire for legacy by investing and partnering with the Tulsa Real Estate Fund, where you'll get 8% preferred returns compared to your other returns, 50% of our future profits compared to that profit share, equity in our company, $50 per share compared to any equity over here, ownership of real estate, instantly become a commercial real estate owner and an owner of our Legacy Center, and social responsibility and social good through our investments. Compare those two if you want to leave that legacy for your family, which is the amount of money in real estate or money in properties one leaves their heirs. If you want to leave your heirs those assets, invest with us today, tulsa-real-estate-fund.com, on all social media, at Tulsa Real Estate Fund. Call our office now, 1-844-73-TULSA, and see about the opportunity to invest. And if you invest and want to transfer those shares, either through will or through transfer to your heirs, siblings, or to your legacy, you can simply email info@tulsa-real-estate-fund.com and say, hey, I'm an investor. I want to transfer my shares to my heirs. I want to give the gift of legacy this holiday season, and we will help you out. Our team will be happy to help you out. If you guys have IRA or 401k rollovers and you want to see how to invest that capital, hit us up. If you guys have equity in your home and you're looking to try to partner on a deal or do a project or use that equity to invest, hit us up, tulsa-real-estate-fund.com, submit a deal. If you guys need coaching or mentorship or training on real estate investing, it's not Tulsa, but it is our sister company, the Jay Morrison Academy. That's jay-morrison-academy.com, 1-844-JOIN-JMA for a free financial game plan any day of the week, except for Sundays. And again, let's make sure that we are being the best CEOs for our last name, the leaders, the visionaries, the trendsetters, the pioneers, the trailblazers, the orchestrators, the facilitators, the quarterbacks, the point guards, the maestros. That's what you are when you're the CEO of an organization and or of your last name. Be the maestro for your last name. Make the best decisions for your last name. Look at where your last name capital is parked at. Look at where your last name is spending their money this holiday season. Why is our last name, who's not even in a conversation for wealthiest last names, why are we constantly consuming from the wealthy last names? Why aren't we building on our last name? This is a common sense thing, family. This is not really rocket science. So if you just become wise, astute, disciplined enough, and strong enough to tell your family no, because it's for the good of the family, that's a strong leader. And no, you can get a gift, but you don't get this gift of legacy. You're not getting no liability gift. You don't get an asset gift. You don't get a legacy gift, right? That's the whole play. Legacy gift versus liability gift. That's your decision there, CEO. What you gonna do? We got legacy over here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Another episode of Tulsa Talk Thursdays. Be back next Thursday. This starts the 12 Days of TREF, which we call TREFmas. And we'll be doing a lecture every night. What's up with the TREFmas? Where's the TREFmas jingle?
We played it before.
We played it? We got it queued up again?
We have a different video.
It's a tribute at the end.
Okay. The jingle. Stand with the jingle.
We
It's
can play the
TREFmas.
jingle live right now here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, for everybody?
Through the speakers.
Okay, we're going to play the TREFmas jingle as we wrap this up. Then we're going to go to our tribute at the... Oh, yeah, the tribute is very important. This is a very important tribute that we must honor some legendary people. So I want you guys to stay tuned for that. So what can we do the tribute, the jingle after the tribute?
Yes.
All right, we're going to do the jingle after the tribute. I do want to do this tribute. We do have a 12-day of TREFmas jingle that we'd love for you to hear. Get in the legacy mood. And again, I'll see you guys next week. Please watch this tribute.
Tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. My bad. This is every day. I'm on at 8 p.m. every day. See you guys tomorrow for 12 days of TREFmas. We'll start day 11 tomorrow. Please watch this tribute. It's two very special people we must honor who are legendary. Oh, you said?
Tomorrow's day 2.
Well, it's like day. I'm counting backwards, right? It's 12th day of Christmas, then 11th, right? So tomorrow's day 11th.
Second day.
It's the second day, but the 11th day on the countdown. Am I right or wrong?
Wrong.
Day of Christmas.
Oh, it's first day of Christmas?
Yeah.
Second day?
Christmas.
Oh, second day. You see, I told you all, I don't do that Christmas stuff, bro. Like, I don't even know the jingles. I don't even know the songs. I'm by humbug. Like, I ain't with that. I'm wearing the Grinch hat tomorrow. So anyway, second day tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, every day for the next 12 days. Please watch this tribute to two legendary heroes in our community. And then after this tribute, let's get in the mood with the TREFmas jingle to get you guys in the spirit of giving the gift of legacy. Call our office today, 1-844-73-TULSA. Invest with us, tulsa-real-estate-fund.com. We are the people's fund.
And tomorrow's the topic.
Tomorrow's topic is what?
Alternative investment vehicle debt.
Tomorrow's topic
Investment vehicle comps.
is investment vehicle comps. Do the comps. Comparables. Comparable market analysis. That's tomorrow's topic. Investment vehicle comps. See you there, 8 p.m. Eastern. Stay tuned for this legendary tribute we have going on. TREF Life.
We have some very sad news to pass on to you. We have just learned about the death of Atlanta City Councilman Ivory Young.
The City Council tonight mourning the loss of Councilman Ivory Lake Young.
Atlanta City Councilman Ivory Young Jr. was laid to rest. City Councilman Ivory Young was 56 years old.
It is time for us to understand that none of us are islands, that everything we do has a direct impact on not just those within our homes, but our neighbors. We have always talked about things like gentrification. We've always talked about the impacts of poverty and economics. We have been burdened with concentrated poverty for decades in our public housing complexes. Tulsa provides an excellent opportunity for us to take ownership and control of what's ours. When you consider the concentrated poverty that still exists in many of our communities, it's exciting to know for very little money at all, and it'll be talked about in great detail, a group of individuals, like-minded, like-spirited, could possibly invest and possibly see returns that they wouldn't get in any other financial market to help to revitalize their own neighborhood.
A survivor, a pioneer, and an iconic activist, one of the only remaining survivors of Tulsa's race massacre. She passed away this morning.
Dr. Olivia Hooker was 103 years old. At 103 years old, Dr. Olivia Hooker was still working to preserve the story of the Greenwood District.
This is a new beginning. The humanity that exists in each one of us, the spirit to do more than just survive. The gratitude that we should have for her, it's really unmeasurable.
You don't ever stop trying. Don't stop. Just keep right on trying. By all means, keep the faith in yourself. If you believe in yourself, you can go to great heights. It's amazing what you can accomplish. Just believing in yourself.
It takes a certain type of human being to be able to say, through trauma, through tragedy, we still triumph, to remain full of hope, to remain full of desire. And that's what Olivia Hooker represented.
We have some very sad news.